guess I'll magic missile at 2nd level at the ghost in the machine.
Sure. You want to attack that entity?
Mm-hmm.
That Cheshire-like smile on the creature that sort of is emulated on the bone entities that fly over to you guys. There's this smoke billowing past them, and you see like ones and zeros flying off, sort of like binary flying off of them. Like they're being held together by a mind. They're being held together by electricity. Hard to tell. But yeah, make that magic missile hit. Let's see if you could hit it.
Well, I don't have to roll to attack for that.
Oh well, excuse me. Roll damage then. God damn. Hold on, can this person shield?
They do have spells. No, they don't.
Oh, they have an advantage on saving throws, so... Oh,
There's no saving throw for it.
Fine, you hit. Fine!
I was going to say, magic missiles just...
2nd
immediate.
level?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Alright, now they're pissed off, because you did as much damage as anybody else has done so far.
And I'm gonna quicken.
Okay.
And I'm gonna throw a chill touch at him.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit.
Yeah, it'll miss. That's your turn?
That's weird. Yeah, there's nothing else I can do.
Okay, they use a legendary action to warp right next to you. Oh look, it's their turn. They're gonna attack you relentlessly because you have attacked them. They get a multi-attack. 1, 2, 3. Is it doing anything? On my side, it's not doing anything.
Nope.
Oh yeah, because it's not on there. So how about this? There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. So on the first hit, you take 31 damage.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Aren't javelins ranged weapon?
You could use them.
You can use them to stab, too. Technically.
So yeah, that's the first hit. The second will hit for another 21 damage. 10 of which is radiant. Are you resistant to radiant or anything like that?
No.
Piercing?
I don't have shit.
Check the scale that I gave you.
What scale?
The Black Dragon scale.
I don't remember that.
I messaged you. I know we're probably not discounting that deduction. Yeah, it's right here. No, that's different. Okay, there you go. Here, I'll pin it. Does this apply? It does not apply at all.
Yeah, slashing.
This is piercing.
Oh, then no, it doesn't do shit for me.
Unfortunately. So yeah.
Dead.
Are you even standing?
No, like I'm dead.
You're down?
Depending on how much more damage I take, I'm already at 0. And that was only the
second
first 2
hit?
attacks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, then they'll just move to attack the other person that was hitting them. They'll fly over these creatures. They don't seem to take opportunity attacks as they're busy, and I'll just roll a new one for Arthur. A new attack for Arthur. Yeah, Arthur, take that. This 20 hit Arthur.
You said I got an extra 3 hit points?
No, you're being
mean-
attacked. Does 20 hit you?
Yes.
20 hits you? Then you take 19 damage. 12 of which is radiant, if that has anything to do with anything. Cool. Now all the horde gets to run in. Oh, nice. Situation even more precarious.
Oh wait, hold up. My staff should have done something.
Oh yeah, it does do something, huh?
Where'd it go? I posted it. The hell, where'd it go? I close my character sheet because I'm a dumbass.
You had it there a second ago.
No, and I was trying to find it, but I'm being a pain in the ass.
When a melee attack does damage, everyone within 5 feet the warlock chooses takes 1d4 damage. And the warlock gains as much damage
done as temporary
hit points. So you're just hanging on there by like a d4 worth of hit points because you can't stack temporary hit points. But yeah, roll the damage for 2 hits.
Everyone within 5 feet.
That you choose.
Yeah. So I can choose the deer if I wanted to, technically.
They're killing of these other bone things though, so I don't know if you want to
Deer?
do that. The deer are actively blasting psionically these things, yes.
Oh, okay. Guess I'll just roll 1d4, I guess. Not gonna really do much for me.
I mean, disconnected.
you're not dead.
What happened? Roll another d4.
Well, there's only one within 5 feet, and you said I can't stack temp hit points.
That's the
So,
damage.
so you can also deal the damage to the angel.
Yeah, and you
because
take
he
the
was
highest
within
number
5 feet.
anyways. I mean, I'll just give it to you.
Okay.
So there you go. Because you actually would have lost that 2 temp, and then the 4 would have came in when this thing is seeing you go down, not even caring about your life, and you can't just come back as the staff of the final stage won't let you go down without a fight.
I'd also like to hellish rebuke.
Yeah, as they're sort of flying away, they notice now that you're up, so they're probably gonna come back after they kill someone else. Roll the damage. I'm gonna make the save right here. That's a number, and then let me see their bonuses. DC 17. They might not be able to pass that. What kind of save?
It is a dex save.
Dang it, the wrong thing you said. Okay, so they take full freaking damage. Resistances, not fire. It just says not fire right there. It's a joke. Yeah, they're looking heavily damaged at this point. They're sort of bloodied for sure. Whatever bloodied will look like for this entity. But yeah. They would have attacked, oh my gosh. They would have attacked Arthur. Did you take that damage, Arthur, already?
Yes, I had taken the 19 damage.
Okay, then. Great. Does them. They already have that on them. Everyone else gets to go after the bad guys. Actually, the skeletons get to attack. Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a miss. That's a hit, Bjorn. 18 hit.
Yes.
Okay,
Just barely.
So one will hit, doing 6 damage.
So 3
One will
damage.
miss. It's 6 deducted already. By the way.
Okay.
Another miss. They're just failing. They don't have advantage proper. They have bonuses only. That's a 15. That's gonna hit with the bonuses for the 6 damage. And then this one is 16 damage. Not deducted. So it is 8 damage total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's all the ones that could hit you. All the other ones are running towards the other giant and the flying creatures that they seem to just be ready to like attack with. Again, they're sort of ethereal or amorphous bodies shifting to whatever needs the moment they sort of reach an entity that is sort of floating in the sky and they can't attack with their weapons. Their swords themselves just turn to a bow and they're just immediately attacking right there. They seem to not care. They just want to get the thing that is nearest. Everything else is attacking. Okay. Cool. Okay. Cool. All right. Okay. Who is that person? Okay. They would have gone up here. Would they? Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Okay. Yeah, they can't make that either. They would go around to surround him. They can't do much about that. Okay. This thing will die as well. Arthur, yeah, it is your goal. You are surrounded by these things. You actually get 2 attacks. Oh no, 3 attacks. Arthur.
Can I legendary action?
Sure, you may legendary action after anyone's turn. Arthur, you are hit 0 times. Go ahead, Lunara. Who would you like to legendary action?
Do.
Well, there's things next to you too. They're coming around for you too. Oh, they want to hit that too. They do that. I'm assuming Crash isn't there. It's probably in the air and invisible.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna move him.
Yeah, he'd be like probably like at least 40 feet up and invisible.
Yeah. Okay. So that thing gets taken out. And then you get attacked 3 times.
I'm gonna shoot this thing by legendary action.
Sure. That one just dies. Which one?
This one?
I suggest you choose anything but that one. Like you feel like the blast is gonna go off so bad, you want to choose anything but that one.
This one. Then.
Sure. You kill 2 of them. Anything else?
No, I only have 1 legendary action, so
Cool.
that's all I can do.
All right. You are attacked 3 times. An 11 plus 3, 14 hit.
Nope.
16.
Nope.
23.
Yeah.
10 damage.
I'm dead.
Piercing damage. You're down again?
Yeah.
All right.
I only had 4 hit points.
All right. Cool. That's the end of their turn, and it is now everyone else's turn. So actually, she's gonna come up here. Yeah, she sees you're doing a bit of damage on these things, and also who you're attacking, so they might just refocus. But before they could do all of that,
Luna, doesn't your staff give you a 1d4?
oh yeah, you would have blown them up before they could even. Only on a hit though.
Yeah, the one that hit
You're
her.
struck. Also, you'd get that anyways. You'd come back.
Remember, Luna, your staff keeps you alive.
You get the D4 automatically. All right, so D3 and D4 3 damage on 3 of them. Okay. I don't need to keep track of it because I know off the top of my head. And you're actually just right back up with 3 temporary HP, Lunara. This is gonna. Yep, as DM, I will force you relatively soon to seek a health professional about.
Yeah, that was the plan. If I can make it to my turn.
Yeah. No, but I mean like a mental health professional, because this is probably daunting to you. You continuously coming back and going down and back up. Yeah, but it's their turn. And this individual is just gonna cast. They're just gonna touch you and give you like healing. They don't know you. They'll give you 25 hit points worth of their lay on hands. That's all they're gonna give you. And now they're in range of these things, unfortunately. And she casts Sanctuary on Lunara. Begrudgingly. Alright, that's their turn. Everyone else takes out a bit of stuff. I want to say the Emperor is not dumb and wants to take out just this massive line here. They get into a better position. They could take one out. They could take one out. They would, by this point, have enough to fireball. And the psychic creatures can't do anything more. They lost so many of them. Arthur, it's your turn. You're seeing the turn of the tide. The bloodied creature that you seem to be focused on is there. And while the Emperor is ready to point their cannon at them next, as you asked them to, they kind of had to get rid of the horde in the way first. But yeah, what do you do?
Arthur, using his interaction action, puts away his minigun. Is that thing flying still, or is it down?
Yeah. So you have one
flying?
interaction. You could drop your minigun and grab something.
Oh, I drop my minigun, grab him by neck, and then snap the thing neck.
Yeah, with your scissors, the great swords.
Yes.
The 2 long swords, effectively, that are connected to each other to create this magical pair of scissors that.
Yes, execution style.
Would Bjorn know of these scissors? No.
No,
yeah.
but would you want them? Maybe.
I don't know about that. Yeah, make the attacks.
Okay. Now, do not move, little creature. Ew.
I mean, they're here trying to kill you. You have advantage as they are between that an ally and you. So 21 is enough to hit.
And how many dice?
So what's the 2? Would you have Thunderblade instead? Booming Blade instead?
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Okay, so you want a Booming Blade and then use your bonus action to make the second attack.
Yeah.
All right, so do that.
So booming blade. Now where?
No, the damage is already on there. I'm taking it.
Okay.
It's just another attack with the weapon. I'm just gonna take the Booming Blade down.
Okay. So booming blade. Where's that place spell? Underway.
You don't need to press the just make the attack because I already know what you're doing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the information is on here anyways because it's a +2 damage. And if they move from here, then they are gonna take extra damage. Just remember that.
Yep.
So another 12 damage. Okay, so this entity is hanging on there. They might be felled by a couple extra attacks, and the situation is looking pretty dire. Like a bunch of the Emperor's guards have already been felled. The deer-like psionic, how do you call them? Mind flayer-like creatures. Some of them have been killed and crowded already. Lunara has fallen 6 times, you think, but continues to rise up, almost like the weapon she's holding is powerful and will not allow her to fall in battle. Other people are barely hanging on. The bear has been exploded. I'm trying to get you to action surge.
Oh, action search? Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
I was fishing for it. You want to do it?
Yep.
Go for it. You might be able to finish this.
So, pay him for how many times?
It'd be 2 more attacks. No
Okay.
booming blade on it, but that's enough.
1, 2.
So that is 19 damage. They had
Now-
84 damage into them. Total HP 100. They're at 103 taken. As this entity is playful in their mannerism, flying over cockily, as if nothing could touch them, and they reach over to hit you with this strike that they had after felling one of their enemies, but not doing so properly. And as you strike them down, using all your might, using your extra attacks to bring it down proper, there's a sudden silence in the room. The stomping of the creatures all around dissipate almost immediately. There are swings to the air, as while many of you are taking out enemies, a lot of you are barely hanging on, and the rest have been felled. But none of the skeleton, those binary creatures, those electronic code living that have came to assault, all sort of fall immediately the moment this creature drops to their knees, and they're looking at you, the same smile, Arthur, as they grab at you at your armor to try to pull you towards them. And there's almost like a disconnection between their fingers and their arm. Their fingers sort of linger there, and then there's like this long extended kind of broken code of line that would resemble blood or some kind of coagulant. And they sort of just look at you and say, "This isn't over. You're inside of me. I will destroy this place." And they sort of just disappear immediately. But you hear this sort of rubble around, and then sort of like an earthquake occurs in this place. It's very consistent and continuous, but subtle, and subtly climbing. Combat's over. What do you guys do?
Arthur heads directly to Lunara.
Okay.
Sort of pats her by the shoulder. Buddy, you're still with us, right?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I thought we lost you. And then Arthur looks for
Bjorn?
Yes, Bjorn. And he's like, buddy, you alright? Yeah.
What?
Buddy, you alright?
Oh, did he walk up to me?
Yep.
It's over there. Bjorn's gonna nod and kind of come out of his rage. But then he's going to kind of push past the Dragonborn while carrying his axe one-handed. He's going to walk to the face of the Emperor.
Oh, the Emperor is gone.
Is any of his bodyguards around?
No, even the dead bodies are gone.
Bjorn's gonna kind of just bow his head, and if you'll allow it, without using rage, but the same fury, he's gonna take that axe one-handed and just pile drive the blade into the floor.
All right. Yeah.
Arthur kind of like raises an eyebrow at Bjorn, and while as bringing his hands together, you know, you weren't so bad in that fight back there.
Bjorn is gonna unstick his axe,
Takes
turn,
a bit of a pull. Got wedged in there.
sling it over his back, and he's gonna kind of look past the Dragonborn at the elf. He's just gonna give a nod of like, you did good. Then he's gonna look at the Dragonborn and go, thanks.
You know,
And he's gonna pick up
You
his
know-
javelin in the process.
you know, we are hunting a dangerous wizard, much like the Emperor here. And we could use someone of your particular skills.
Well, this fighter is. He's gonna kind of stare up and down the Dragonborn in kind of a sense of most people would be kind of put off by, I guess you said his armor kind of intimidates people. And Bjorn's just gonna kind of scoff at the Dragonborn and go, I need a drink.
Hmm.
And then is going to walk to Lunara and extend a hand and check and see if she's doing okay, and tell her that he's impressed with her magic floating balls of destruction.
Yeah. She'll, I guess, grab his hand because she's probably still on the floor.
And if she's on the floor, Bjorn is going to help her up. Rather trying to be sensitive, but same time not realizing his size versus hers. And kind of like yank her up. And then he's going to kind of look at you, Lunar, and ask, where are we?
Are you meaning where are we in general, or where are we exactly in this moment?
Bjorn kind of chuckles and goes, well, in this moment, I'm holding the hand of an elf. There's a lizard man behind me. But in general, where's the nearest pub? I need a drink.
There is one
That I
topside.
don't know.
I do know one watering hole topside. If you are willing.
As long as it's a stiff drink. He turns and looks at the Dragonborn and goes, and you're buying.
Arthur kind of like looks at his coin purse. I think we can arrange that. And Arthur kind of like brings his hand out for a handshake. So, we get your services. For your services, I'll give you. And then he kind of like brings out like 10 gold pieces. These up front and extra 20 after the job's done. And a free supply of beer. Or bourbon or vodka. Really, whichever one you want.
Bjorn's like, okay. Sticks his hand out for the gold.
So,
Can I make a perception check? And do I see the guards moving in?
Yeah. Like, they've walked up to you guys after moments have passed by. You're feeling this bit of a shake. Everybody make 2 dexterity saving throws. There's concern to be had as when the guards started approaching, even a dozen flowers was about to speak up. Bjorn, you stumble once or twice. Just a second.
and I completely fail. I think we're very safe.
Sorry. Where was I? Yeah, make one more deck save, Victor. As Arthur also does stumble a lot more as he's probably talking and might raise a question or two about the current state of this place. Maybe it's not all too held together without the ghost in the machine, it seems. And the guards would approach casually, uninvasively towards Lunara specifically. And you already know these entities, these creatures. You didn't know they were digital or projections, so to say, but they are subjects of Dalu, the captain of the ship. And
Oh, perfect.
they approach you, seemingly having been freed from the spell that kept them locked in place. And they say, one of them just says, "You should meet the captain. You should go to the captain now. It's pertinent to the current situation. You shouldn't waste too much time." And then they sort of just leave to their positions again. That's it. Oh no. Then one is waiting for the money for the stuff that you guys bought.
And I was gonna say that when Bjorn spots the guards approaching, he kind of scoops Lunar behind him, pulls the axe, and just kind of stands there like, "Alright, I guess we're not done." And is like he's trying to protect these new friends.
Yeah, I mean, these guys don't look threatening. Like, I don't think you'd react like that because they also arrived casually and they don't have their weapons out. They're just talking to Lunara. Also asking for money. And they're looking at Arthur as well. Each must pay the piper.
Who's the piper again?
I am. Give me my gold, goddammit.
Okay, here's the gold.
You remember how much it was for your items?
No.
Yours was
Mine was 250 silver pieces.
yeah, so 25
250
gold.
silver pieces.
Yours was 21 gold, Arthur. No, 22, because you had to outbid. Something like that. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It was very cheap. Underworld items. Don't get used to it once you leave. Okay. So yeah, you guys mark that off of your things. These guys eventually go and grab their shit and return it. Almost like some people left before they could acquire their items. But yeah, what do
Naturally.
you guys do?
Can Bjorn go look at the area where he murdered the guard and the person trying to sell him off and see if there's any items that have just been left behind?
No, the guards they take him. Like there's a crap ton of these guys that show up after a while.
Okay.
Like 8 of them just floating around doing odd, different things ever since like a couple seconds after the drama.
Arthur kind of like puts his hands on his shoulders and he's like, "Well, I guess we're meeting the captain." And kind of ask one of the guards, "Which direction to the captain?"
Yeah, one of the guards would be like hanging around in the barricade there. They would point you to the northeast.
I still have the tablet. Would that tell us where to go?
So B.
Yeah, you know where to go, like off the top of your head. You know how to navigate this hub.
Cool.
It starts raining for the first time in the Underworld, and it's clear because the entry point that like you guys came in through the Zaya vessel, where all the flying creatures had escaped from, is sort of flowing down, and that's generally past. Like you gotta walk past that area, past a bit of rain, unless you guys have like an umbrella or some other form. So you will be getting wet walking towards the captain's area, the bridge, effectively.
Oh well. Arthur kind of just walks towards the captain's quarters anyway.
Okay. So yeah, that's all the way. Like if you go all the way to B, that is how to get to the captain. Does Bjorn not want to get wet?
Bjorn don't give a shit.
So you all
Bjorn's got a
go.
big
Are you
air
inviting Dozen Flowers to this thing? He
Oh, yeah.
did
Yeah,
go
yeah,
down.
absolutely.
He did seem a bit out of it. You do see him sort of be concerned about his situation, but just a
And I
moment.
probably would have taken a second to thank this individual if they're still there, for helping me out.
Oh, Bjorn?
Oh, who are you thinking?
This one.
Okay, all right. So a dozen flowers. Are you gonna invite him to the captain's area?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
He would go. He is limping a bit. He went down to 0 HP, and then he got brought back up by the druid lady, but he will join you. You go to thank.
Arthur helps him move.
You go to
Well,
thank the individual. He accepts your help easily enough. You go to thank the individual there. She says, "This place is warped. I don't want to be here. Wherever the Emperor has found his hidey hole, you can expect I will reach it. Are you against the Malachite Kingdom?
Arthur kind of like
I don't
They're
know
talking to
what that is.
Lunara.
oh, sorry.
Do I know what that kingdom is?
The Malachite Kingdom, not really. You've heard different terminology about like space pirates and their planets, and then very similar to like how Aiella uses subterfuge. She names things several times over to confuse her enemies. The Malachite Kingdom, the Green Thorn, the Green Throne. It sounds synonymous to another Fey entity, but you're not sure which one. Actually, let's see if we know. Make a check. You can make any check.
Would Bjorn know this?
I don't know. I don't think you'd have reason to go up to this lady. Yeah, I'll give you advantage on that. Insight. Yeah, the Malachite Throne is a neighboring Fey planet that has long been subjugated by Adasor. While they worked with the entity, many of the agents have aided Aiella in many forms. They're effectively an ally to Ayella's kingdom, or at least Croatia Aliana. If we're talking politics wise. But that had to be like diluted with time because they seem to not really be offering much aid nowadays. Again, it's a weird politic thing. Depends on what you side with, they say. This creature just seems to be trying to kill the emperor regardless. She doesn't care. And the emperor Alum, you never heard of that guy. Like you heard them scream the name, but you never heard of that guy. You know about the kingdom, the coalition. They would fly away eventually, and I think only Lunara would be the one hearing that. Yeah, but once you guys walk past that rain, I need everybody to roll Constitution saving throws, please. Because in the Underworld, it does not rain, and now that it is connected with the Overworld, there is this pervasive, almost pearlescent water that drips down, and it only looks beautiful and pretty while it's falling, but once it lands, it's just a pool of water. It's just the most oddest thing, and you guys are fine. Yeah. So yeah, you guys go to the elevator to go to the to the captain's area. The captain's, what do they call this thing? I don't know what that's how this
Quarters?
The quarters? Is it? No, this is like room.
Captain's
doesn't have to read.
Domain.
I said it moments ago and I'm blanking on it hard. Whatever. You guys go see the captain. Great.
Yeah.
Yes. So we all get it in the elevator.
Before they get in the elevator, Arthur kind of like asks, "What was this? A dozen flowers? How does he know the Holmes family?"
Oh, you see when I fell in the ship, I was one of his crewmates, one of his pilots, and I mean I didn't bring it down. Like I think like someone like sabotaged this ship, but like that was like 100 years ago. And from the time frame of, well, like when you were young, like last time I saw that, like you were on TV in that tournament, and like your family, like I remember like you guys were there, pretty popular folk to be honest with you, and yeah, I mean that was like 103 years ago for me, to be honest. Like you look really big, but if you're the same little
It's
dragon
it's
that I
a
saw, You
Play a
should be
fiction, my
like a
friend.
legendary dragon at this point, like massively large, probably with like bigger teeth and like uh the mustache version of or beard version of dragons. Do dragons have beards? I've seen them with mustaches, but I've never seen them with beards. He's sort of just thinking for a second. Doesn't flower.
Arthur just says, "A question for the universe," as he continues carrying him up.
All right. As you all enter this elevator, it's a bit of a tight squeeze with every one of you. Crush having to float up just to give everybody space. But once you reach downstairs, the doors open. Unlike last time, Lunara, they should have opened from the north, but this time to the west. There is this light that splits the wall, very similar to all the doors that you see here, almost like they're mixed in with the surrounding area. And as you guys approach this bit of a hallway, you do see Dalu there, the captain, sort of hanging out. Let me get there. There we go. You guys are here, coming out from this area. Very nice. You see this individual sort of tapping a bunch of stuff. And you see all around, like, yeah, like here, all over here. You see just a bunch of like this guy's body. Like you see this entity basically using its two right limbs and its bottom left limb. These 4 sets of arms reduced to 3 now, but its legs no longer around, just sparking and cabling. And there's just a bunch of tubing and rebar and metallic pieces just scattered all around. This entity is sort of struggling as they're typing in this monitor in front of them, and they seem to not notice you guys. They just seem to be desperately hanging on to life.
Arthur kind of like looks at Nora. Nora, don't you have that object that fixes this ship?
Yes.
We should probably fix it and get out of here before something else weirder happens.
Would Bjorn take this or perceive this as a threat?
No, it's just a cybernetic individual tapping away. They look like they got beat up pretty badly. They seemed large. They actually seemed huge. They are larger now, based off all the proportions that would have been missing at this moment. Like you remember this
Okay.
creature being a bit bigger, Lunara, for sure. Yeah. What do?
Arthur kind of like goes up, gives a salute, and he says, "Captain, we are humbled to report that the Emperor and that weird Cheshire cat thing is dead." Arthur says,
Captain. This individual,
"You're the captain."
Dalu. He says, as he turns to you, first thing that happens is he looks to you, he taps 3 times on something, and then both his hands just raise up like their palm facing you. One of them, its fingers twist to be basically like one pointing north, the other's pointing south, and then those 2 arms just combine to be like a bigger mechanism. There's this bright light coming from the very center. It seems to be mechanical, some sort of weapon priming up. It has a whir to it, this sound, but there's a bit of a pulse that just lingers on it, and it just continues to just kind of, yeah, it's just flashing in front of you. It's not blasting or attacking you yet, but it's just focused towards you, who was the closest person, Arthur. As they're grabbing onto the monitors, effectively just keep standing, keep from being prone. They say almost with a almost without movement on their face. They say, "Who are you? What are you?"
Arthur kind of like gives another salute. Arthur, sir. And then he kind of like points and says his name to each of the party members.
What do you want?
I think Lunara can explain it better than I would. Arthur says while walking back.
I have something in my memory banks about Lunara, but not much. What? I don't have Arthur.
That's because I was never here until recently.
Okay. Show yourselves, the rest of you. He's sort of looking back, but they seem to be struggling. This place isn't dark, by the way. There's light enough everywhere.
Well, I think Bjorn seeing weapon would kind of preemptively just kind of, not in like an aggressive way, but pull his axe, just kind of stand there like, what's going on?
Lunara, help me here.
Help you with what exactly?
Would you help me explain the captain what we're doing here? Or if this is the captain.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you have the part.
Yeah, I would just, I guess, step forward and be like, you tell, or just basically refresh how he sent me to go look for a gem for the ship.
You have it? You have the engine. Yes, give it. Give it here.
And I'll hand it over.
The hand that was this bright light shifts back into the pair, uninvasive as they were. They're still massive robotic hands that you can only assume could crush an entity if they really wished to, but they softly approach you almost. This extended hand, this arm, and do you give them the diamond?
Yeah.
Okay. You give them the diamond that as soon as Lunara pulls it out from whatever bag she had it in, the moment it leaves that bag, all shadows are dissipated from this room. They do not exist. Crash does not like this at all. A Dozen Flowers hates this as well. And eventually this entity just sort of looks at it for a moment, lingering. There's a couple button presses on the computer here, and he puts a hand on this opening that this opening that happens right in front of the middle of the keyboard. Basically, he pulls this thing that has this casing that seems to be empty. Putting that massive diamond inside of that casing, he slowly slides the box back into its center point until it's completely engulfed, and again the keyboard sort of take its place, so it's well hidden. You hear, just like everything, the walls basically enclose themselves. This creature sort of drops immediately to the ground, almost like he had no more energy left, and he says, "I will begin the final transfer." And he sort of just sticks a finger in what looks like a USB. And his face goes dark. Do you guys do anything?
Bjorn
Arthur,
seeing that kind of shrugs
Arthur
and puts his
panic.
axe in.
All right, one at a time. Bjorn, what do you do?
Bjorn just kind of looks at the entity, looks at the rest of the party, and goes, oh, puts his axe back on his back, like, all right, I guess we're not fighting.
No, we're not, Mike. Arthur says, "Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? Are you alright?"
To the entity?
Yes.
Is dead.
It.
It's lifeless. It's gone.
Arthur kind of like looks around the other party. It's like, does anyone know how to play this thing?
I'll give you guys a bone. I want all of you to roll 2d20s. Let's see.
2?
2d20s. Everybody. And we'll call the game pretty much right after this, because I don't want to have it extend way farther than anyone's comfortable level. But 9's 9, that 19 is what I'm looking for. Jeff, let me get some d20s, 2 of them, please. So, I am me, Kevin, a smart person, so I know math. And I do know the number of hours equal to the days that I need. So it says upload complete in 100, download complete in 144 hours. That's 6 days. So as you all sort of realize, there's this bit of a crack of lightning that occurs in the room, and then each of you sort of just have this weird glow of light on your hand, and then it disappears. And unbeknownst to, let's call it Bjorn, as you're looking at it, you're staring at this light next to this wall, and the door upon the wall opens up to what seems to be a pretty comfortable quarters.
Bjorn's gonna kind of look at the rest of the party like, "Fuck just happened."
Oh, you guys have keys to the ship.
Arthur kind of like looks around looking for a console to operate it.
Yeah, right where the dead body's at. You could move them over a bit, and you could navigate the console. Since you do have a key, you can operate it.
Arthur looks at the map to figure out a way out here. The Underworld, I mean.
You see the map pop up, and then it has an error code, and it says, "Please wait for download." Like, the map pops up, but you can see that lots of pieces are disconnected, disjointed, and or do not make sense to you at the moment. That's it. But you should understand star maps, and you can obviously tell that it's been affected, and it will require the time frame to finish up before it could give you any information proper. This vessel has been lost for a while. Do you have proficiency with air vehicles?
No.
You don't know how to read star maps, but you're pretty sure that they were messed up. Like, you never seen a star map that bad. You're like, that doesn't make sense there, and it's corrupted, so we gotta wait for the download.
Okay, and how download?
144 hours
time frame?
for that to be
24
over.
hours?
144.
Which is
6
around
days.
And we only have 1 day to stay here before we get hunted down.
Oops.
Great.
Right.
Can I post an ad?
Yeah. I mean, you guys can always try to find a way to expedite it. You do have a specialist engineer here. He does not have the ability to currently pilot the ship, but he did retain the ability to fix it if necessary. He will be able to, after a couple days, get back that proficiency, but he will lose his herbalism proficiency. Don't ask what he is. That's all I have for you for the game. At this point, I would like to ask you guys.
Now you piqued my curiosity.
Yeah, I would like to ask, what or where do you guys plan to go next? Well, the mystery of Bjorn, your memory sort of coming back, you're recognizing that this place is the Onys Serene. You are in a ship that has been lingering in basically your north focal point whenever you look up into the sky in certain areas in the Underworld. And just as so, Lunara recognizes the colors and the tribe uh, apparel that Bjorn has to be one that, while there's a dark shadow on the history of these people, most of them having been abducted from Earth, a planet from which Aiella had interacted long time ago before Adasor showed up. They made their claim a long time ago and have been part of the land, probably one of the earlier settlers.
And Bjorn kind of like having all these memories coming back. He's gonna take the head of that bear pelt and kind of flip it back off his head and wrap it off of his shoulders and kind of just lay it ever so nicely on the floor with his axe.
So he's running around. So he took off his pelt.
Yeah, it's like this overcoat thing.
Oh.
And he kind of wants to ask Lunara if she knows anything of his tribe or if anyone is alive.
I don't know if she would know any of that.
Yeah, you recognize the tribe, but you wouldn't know too much of that information. You just know that there's been the lack of a better term, there was the machine wars, which destroyed a massive drill. But then after that was a bunch of black winged dragons that were attacking as of recently, and before that there were a group of orcs that were like these plant-based orcs, very dissimilar to the orcs that usually live in the Underworld. And it could just be, he could be talking about any one of these wars, any one of these battles. You're not sure. You could probably make a check, try to see if you could connect the dots, because you do hear rumors here and there, especially since you were just by the castle hold. Yeah, you actually heard about the black winged dragons had become a huge issue after a while, which is why it was pertinent that you did something about it. But you didn't realize the scope of that mess until you heard the rumors of a couple of the communities in the further edges were destroyed, even closer to here in the Onys Serene, and you knew that the Black Metal Dragon, his zone, his relative kingdom or area of control was nearest towards the Dragonlands. Effectively, he just took over the Dragonlands, which is a rough place to be, anyways. And for them to reach over and have affected people like Bjorn, that's very alarming. You're glad that you destroyed it or stopped it when you did. But you did hear about refugees. Not everyone was lost.
Bjorn's gonna kind of look at her and thank her, and he's gonna kind of.
Does Arthur heard any of this?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're in the same room.
He's gonna
Arthur
lower his
can-
head, kind of look at the axe on the ground, and he's gonna clutch the one hand axe that he has on his side. He's just gonna kind of almost zone out and just be staring at the axe that's on the floor.
All right. So yeah, I'll just ask real quick. Where do you guys plan on going after this? Do you guys plan on doing something with the 6 days or short term? It's up to you. What is
I was
your plan?
planning to set up an ad for like free ticket out of here. Free ticket out of the Underworld.
Okay, so you wanna? I mean, everyone has a free ticket. All you have to do is get in a ship.
I know. Oh, I know. I'm just simply telling people that we have a ship, we have room.
Okay.
And anyone willing, get here.
Where do you plan on sharing this message?
Near the cathedral where I heard about that.
Okay. So you want to go like a couple hours away on a ship to fly over there. You do know that the Project 23 is kind of like hard to reach, and you need at least a flying vehicle or flying speed to get, or climbing of some sort.
Actually, I'm just... Never mind. I'll just go nearby area.
Yeah. I mean, again, there are a bunch of creatures with flying speed that could make their way and could make other things more accessible. So it's not a bad idea. Like, I'm with it.
Okay. I'll just go with the original idea then.
Yeah. Lunara, what are you planning on doing for 6 days, or if that? Are you going to focus on getting people to expedite that, or I don't know?
Yeah. Probably find a way to expedite it.
Okay. All right. Where are you
Not
going
until after taking a long rest.
Oh, okay. So we'll take a long rest, and then we'll find people to expedite that. Where are you going to search for those people?
I don't know.
You don't know. You can always think on it and let me know, and then I can figure it out. Bjorn.
Yes, sir.
You and I will talk.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But great game. How much HP is Bjorn at?
Bjorn is sitting 62 HP.
What's your max?
No, his max HP is 108.
All right, so there you go. Look at that. Not bloodied yet. Hanging on strong. He's got a couple bruises, but they're gonna go away with an hour rest apparently in this magical realm. Thank you all so much for playing. Oh, someone died around you guys. Everyone roll D100.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I have to attack it in every game. 20. Arthur cannot taste and requires double rations to survive.
Oof.
Again?
Lunara grows a tiny head on her shoulder.
Oh, dear. I guess we're getting those pills quicker.
Jeff. Oh shit. You know you're affected by a Fey affliction. You know these things exist. Like, you've lived in this place a long time. But seeing this entity die, and as they looked at you falling, Bjorn, you couldn't believe it. It almost felt too unreal. You currently believe you live in a simulation. So you gain 2 stress, which is a secret mechanic that I haven't introduced in this campaign yet. And we'll talk about that later then. Even more. Oh no. Oh, you're taking downtime, so it's gonna dissipate anyways. That's fine. It's fine. This is the one Fey affliction that goes away over time. All you have to do is take like some time for yourself. So that's nice. You still have handcuffs on you, by the way. You broke them. They're still not free from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's even more badass. FYI.
Yeah, he's just like, and I've got jewelry.
Yeah.